そうか。お前は向こうに着いたか。父さん、母さん、
分かってるわ、イタチ。
俺は。イタチ、最後に約束しろ。サスケのことは頼んだぞ。
Hey, it's Quadix here. Today we'll be doing What If the Uchiha Clan Lived, Part 1. This is one of my, well, I guess this is my this is the third original story I've done. And I think this is very interesting. Get this to 100 views and I'll upload the next part immediately. If you want it to hit 100 views faster so I upload the next part quicker, hit the like button and comment down below. If you don't have anything to comment Q. And let's get into this. So Naruto's birth goes normally. Minato still steals the nine tails inside him. Him and his parents still die. And yeah. So Naruto's childhood is basically still the same up until he's 4, where the orphanage leader basically tries to kick Naruto out because he makes the people there, the other kids there, feel uncomfortable, and they just don't like him and they see him as a demon. And the orphanage leader goes to the council and he's complaining to the council about how he's forced to take care of a demon and how Naruto should be dead and they should finish what the fourth Hokage started and kill the beast. And the leaders of the clans basically know, some of them are smart enough to know that, Naruto's not the tailed beast, but they still don't like him. So they agree to get him kicked out. But Fugaku, when he hears about Naruto and how he has the tailed beast, basically, he's thinking about how if they have him, they could control him, and they basically control the tailed beast, and how that would be useful and give the Uchiha clan power. Yeah. And this is around the time where people are suspecting that the Nine Tails attack was the Uchiha's fault, and they're starting to dislike them basically. Well, dislike them even more since they didn't already like them because first of all they're arrogant. Second of all, they ran the police force and people just don't like the police, I guess. So yeah. Fugaku goes home. He's talking to his wife about Naruto, and since she's still alive. By the way, if you didn't know, Fugaku's wife Mikato was Kushina's best friend. I'm sure she tried in the original to help Naruto, but she just couldn't. I don't know. Yeah, they probably didn't trust the Uchiha clan with the Nine Tails. They probably shouldn't. So yeah, this is where but Mikato wants to take Naruto in and raise him as her own son. But first of all, she knows that they're gonna think. First of all, she knows Fugaku is gonna try to control him and use him. Second of all, she knows that the village distrusts them, and if they get the Nine Tails, they're gonna be distrusted even more. And yeah, so Naruto is being bullied every single day. And especially it's even worse on his birthday. People hunt him, chase him down, and one time he's getting beat up real hard on his birthday. There's multiple ninjas and low rank ninjas like Chunins and Genins who are not smart. They're idiots, alright? and normal villagers just beating on him and kicking him after they finally caught him. And Naruto is becoming pretty fast, and he has a lot of stamina through, even though he's like 4 or 5. Well, we'll say he's still 4. Yeah, we'll say he's still 4. So yeah, since he's like, getting beat up like most of his life, and he has to run away from people, he has to run for his life, he gains speed and stamina. And when they're beating him like to death, basically he's a bloody pulp on the floor. um Itachi comes, and he, since he's an Anbu, he's supposed to take care of the Naruto. He's supposed to take care of Naruto and eliminate any threats for him. Well, not eliminate, Yeah, so he stops them from beating on him, and the people there already don't like Itachi, since he's an Uchiha, but like they can't really do anything about him because Itachi OP. All right, you can't do anything to, unless you're Madara. Okay, Itachi's not stronger than Madara. I'm gonna have some dislikes just for that. Yeah. So Itachi stops him, and Itachi, after picking up Naruto and shunshining, I think that's what it's called, where like they disappear and appear somewhere else. Yeah, shunshin. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyways, he does that, and they go to an empty street, and he starts talking to Naruto, about how it's not his fault and stuff, trying to calm him down, because first of all, he's bleeding. Second of all, he's nervous, and like he's vibrating. All right, he's scared, and Itachi calms him down and stuff. And he sees that Itachi is strong. And oh yeah, by Itachi talks about his brother and stuff, and how, I don't know. So yeah, he gets inspired by Itachi, of how strong he is and how people respect him even if they don't like him. People don't like Naruto, people don't like the Uchiha, but they respect Itachi because he's strong. He gets this thing in his head where if you have power, you're respected, and Naruto wants to be respected. He still wants to be Hokage, which is like a long-term goal, but like the short-term goal for him now is to be strong. So after that, he starts doing laps around the village, and where Kakashi took Sasuke in the original to train him with the Chidori, that mountain. I'm gonna say that he runs to there. He climbs the mountain. Well, actually, he starts running around there. One day, he sees this man who is a ninja, which is Kakashi, who is known to be a really strong ninja, and I'm sure Naruto would have heard his name, in conversations and stuff, because Kakashi's a famous ninja. He sees him training and climbing up the mountain, and he starts doing that every day. Well, yeah, every day. He doesn't really get far because he's a child, but he still climbs, like after a couple months he can like get halfway and down. Before that, he does laps around the village, so when he gets there, he's already tired. His 1 year goal is to be able to climb that up, and down, and continuous laps. And he also gets a book by Itachi on basic exercises and stuff, because the next time people are beating on him and stuff, Itachi comes again, since he's one of the Anbus that kind of likes Naruto, or like feels sorry for Naruto. So he takes him to the bookstore, and gets him a book on basic trainings, like how to do push-ups and stuff. Now Naruto is not going to be too OP, well, at least early on. I am probably going to make him pretty OP, but that's for later on. So yeah, Naruto isn't able to get the books himself because, first of all, his allowance isn't really that high, and second of all, they don't sell him stuff. Like he's not allowed in the bookstores, especially the ones with ninja information and how to get strong, because they don't want a strong monster. They don't want to train the monster. So yeah, Itachi has to get the book for him. And yeah, Naruto likes Itachi since he's always been nice to him. And yeah, Itachi is nice to Naruto for two reasons. The first reason is that his mom likes Naruto because, Kushina and her were best friends, and Itachi talks about Naruto every time he gets home to her mother because her mother asked about Naruto and like if he's okay and stuff, and like he's like take care of him and stuff, and Itachi's like okay, and he gets him the book, and Naruto gets a couple exercises from the book, and he starts doing those the laps, and he climbs the cliff still every day, and he does this a lot because he doesn't really have friends to play with, and he doesn't have parents that like that tell him like you can't do this, you can't do that. So he basically trains all day, eats ramen, and he's still a kid. He still runs around and stuff, uh, and he makes a friend. Now this friend is gonna be irrelevant later on, but very important. Well, maybe actually no. I'm gonna make him relevant. I'm making this character up. Um, he's gonna. It's gonna be him. First of all. Second of all, he's not gonna be that strong. He's gonna be like an average, kid. He's also gonna be going to the academy later on with Naruto, and yeah. Um, he's he meets him because the kid lost his father when the tailed beast attack, and he just has a mother, and the mother works a lot, so he and Naruto hang out, and he sees how not hard Naruto is training and stuff, and his parents aren't really there to tell him to stop hanging out with Naruto, and one day, um, well, and from there, Naruto and him like kind of just chill on the swings and stuff after he trains. He doesn't really get too close to Naruto, but that's the closest person Naruto has other than the Hokage and the two people at the ramen stand that run the ramen stand. So yeah, Naruto keeps trying on training for that year. Right before the year ends, that friend parent come to the park, and they see the kid with Naruto, and they grab him and start pulling him, and the kid doesn't want to go, and he's crying. So Naruto holds his friend's hands, trying to pull him away from the kid, from the mother, I mean, and the mother slaps Naruto hard, and Naruto falls on the ground, and the kid, while the mother is doing that, the kid lets go of him, and the mother lets go of her kid, and starts slapping Naruto after he gets up, and Naruto holds the lady's hand and squeezes it. Now, keep in mind, Naruto's a kid, but he's a strong kid, and he squeezes the mother's hand a little, and the mother screams, like fake screams, alright? The mother is gonna be an asshole. I don't know why I said mother like that. And the kids get mad at Naruto and punches Naruto. And when he's on the floor, he punches him again. And Naruto doesn't know how to feel it because he just lost his only friend. And he's just getting slapped by this one for no reason. And the kid and the mother walks away, and the mother never lets him play with Naruto again. So Naruto's like really sad this day. He's crying. He walks away. And by the way, Itachi sees this because Itachi's like quick boy. All right, he's an Anbu. He moves around the village checking for stuff, making sure everyone's safe. But especially Naruto. Now you may say, oh, he's an Uchiha. Why would they let him around him? The Hokage trusts Itachi 100%. Okay, they trust Itachi and Shisui 100%. Well, the Hokage does. Danzon, them lot don't. So Naruto goes, and he completes his laps, and he gets to the mountain, and he's like, he's like, he has this new determination in him to get strong and earn respect, and he climbs that whole cliff all the way up, and he just gets knocked out like at the top after he looks at the moon, and a cold breeze go through his hair, and with a satisfied smile he falls back onto the cliff, and he sleeps there for the night. Now that same night, well, that same day. Actually, no, the next morning. Okay, Shisui and Itachi go to the Hokage Tower. Um, they were gonna talk about how the Uchiha is doing and what they're planning, and they say they're like planning a coup. Well, they're not sure about the coup yet, but like they're planning it, and they're not happy with the village and their status, and Hokage is gonna try to talk them out of it, and yeah. So this is where Itachi goes his separate way with Shisui, and Shisui's eye gets stolen. In this story, Shisui and Itachi are gonna go together, but Shisui's not gonna. Well, Shisui is gonna know that Itachi's following, but no one else knows Itachi's following him. He's following him like in the shadows. He just wants to make sure Shisui is safe, and he also wants to know what Shisui's gonna do because he's curious. Of Shisui, and he's just a mysterious guy. Well, not really, but he's an interesting guy. And Itachi's practicing his skills, hiding. And since Shisui is a really good person to practice with, they practice a lot of things, and he's sure that Shisui is gonna be fine with them following him. And yeah, now when Danzo tries to take Shisui's eyes, um, Itachi sees this, and Itachi has really quick hands. If you don't know this, bro, and he throws three shurikens, one aiming at his wrist, one aiming at his elbow, and one aiming at his shoulder. And the two hit. One hits his hand, uh, because Donzo moved his wrist and it hit the palm of his hand. But one did hit his shoulder, and the one in his elbow, it missed completely because Donzo folded his elbow back away from Shisui's eyes, and Shisui throws a shuriken directly at him now that he knows he's getting attacked, and Donzo backflips out of the way, and Itachi comes in with a fireball, hitting three of the root ambus or root ninjas behind Donzo, and making Donzo having to stop flip backward while Shisui, does his little well, it's like his version of the Shunshin, where it's like multiple of him, but the body flicker technique. And yeah, he does that, and they start the root three of the root goes to directly attack Shisui with Danzo, while the other seven there are looking for Itachi. And Itachi jumps down, stabs one in the neck, and then two charge him from both sides with their swords, ready to stab Itachi. And they stab Itachi through, and Itachi suddenly disappears, and they notice it was an illusion, and they just both stabbed each other. So I said there were seven, so that leaves five. I'm dumb. That leaves four. All right, and we go back to Shisui, where Danzo tries to stab him again, and Shisui puts him in another genjutsu where he can't see anything, and a body flicker of him. Well, a version of him is behind Danzo, and Danzo can't see anything, but he can still sense things around him, and he ducks, and he turns around with a kunai and try to stab at the side of Shisui, but Shisui flickers away, and the other three roots do hand signs together. The first two do a hand sign for water dragons. So there's two water dragons that are pretty big, since these are Ambu. They are very strong, and the second one puts his hands through both of the dragons after he finishes going through the hand signs, and he pushes lightning chakra into both the dragons, so it's lightning enhanced dragons, so they're really quick, and they both charge at Shisui. And you go back to Itachi, and Itachi's getting overwhelmed since there's four of them and only one of him, and he doesn't have his Mangekyo, only Shisui does. And the he's dodging, and every time they get close to him, he's throwing kunais at them, but they're slowly wearing him down. Shisui sees this, and he throws a explosive kunai through to the sky, and it explodes like multiple times. It has like three booms, like um yeah, and it's very loud, and he's trying to dodge the two water dragons coming at him. He's running away, but since their chakra, there's lightning chakra in both the water dragons, they're really quick, so he's having a hard time, and they're throwing kunais, explosive with explosive tags behind them at spots that he can go to get away from the water dragons. So he's still stuck in that path, and out of nowhere, a large fire dragon hits the right water dragon, and it destroys it, since there was a wind chakra into the that powered and inflamed the fire dragon. And out come Fugaku and another Uchiha. uh, they were walking and talking about the police force when they heard the explosive tag go off, and that was a single signal, since there were multiple explosions, and they come, and a couple of they're fighting all together now. Fugaku goes out and help his son, and the other Uchiha goes and help Shisui form a fire jutsu strong enough to destroy the other water dragon. And soon enough, the police force notices that Fugaku hasn't reached the police station yet, so they send out Uchihas looking for them, and they hear the commotion, and it's like seven Uchihas now at first, and they noticed that the route they sent out didn't arrive, so more route go, since their hideout was nearby. Well, the entrance to their hideout, and since they wanted a quick getaway, and 30 to 40 route come out, since they were planning to do jutsus on Danzo, and make sure he was safe while he was getting the ice implanted into him. So yeah, there was a lot of them, and it was 7 Uchihas versus 30 to 40 Anbu, well, root, and it's a large scale fight, and it's very loud now, and 8 more Uchihas come from the clan. They weren't in the police station, and since it's very loud, and the Anbu noticed that the police force isn't around as much, and they go check out the commotion. So it's a very large scale battle, and Itachi, thinking that Shisui got stabbed by Danzo in the eye, unlocks his Mangekyo Sharingan, and they find out that it was a genjutsu combined with Fugaku and Shisui on everyone else. And Danzo especially, and it got Danzo where they needed him, and with 3 fire dragons and every other Uchiha and Anbu helping working together to destroy the root. The root gets completely destroyed, and the 3 fire dragons hit Danzo, weakening him a lot. And Fugaku, being very angry, stabs Danzo in the throat, killing him on the spot. Now, this goes to the Hokage office, and everyone else there isn't fighting, since a member of their clan got attacked, and they weren't attacking the Anbu, they were attacking the root, which attacked their clan member. So the Anbu and the Uchiha didn't really fight, even though there was tension between them, and any second they could start a fight, they didn't. With that, they go to the Hokage Tower, and they call a council meeting. It was like an emergency council meeting, and they're gonna talk about what just occurred, and what they're gonna give the Uchiha clan for such crimes that Danzo committed. And yeah, I'm gonna be ending it here, guys. I'm sorry if this was a sudden ending. I got interrupted. I hope you guys have a great day. Get this 200 views if you like this. Not usually this serious. I don't know why I was so serious during this recording, but yeah. Bye.